Hi everybody, welcome to your weekly messages for September 25th to the October 1st. Holy moly. Okay, so while people are hopping on, I just want to say really quick, if you want to join my partnership manifestation workshop, which starts on Saturday, and then it's a 2-day workshop on Saturday and Sunday. If you want to be a part of that, make sure that you go and sign up for it. I still have a few spots available. And then what else? Oh, if you're born in September, if you're a September baby, make sure you sign up for my newsletter and you'll get your free solar year reading on the 30th. So that's true for every month, but just make sure you sign up for it. How did I do this? I went this way, huh? Just make sure you sign up for it because those are going to be going out on Saturday, all those readings. So, there's that. And as usual, if you want to work with me, make sure you book an appointment or ask your single question, which I'm still doing those. Okay. And I'll post all of the links once we're done. I'm using oracle cards for the base of this reading. Don't know why, just thought it would be a good idea. Okay. And then I have other cards that I'll go through and clarify, but I'm just going to get the base reading started right now. Okay, so you can go ahead and pick whichever one resonates with you. Focus on where your eye is calling you. Okay, so spread number 1, we have receiving frequency, spiritual suffering, and fear. Okay, so this is really, really, really clear. Right now, you need to get in touch with divine source and have a little powwow. That's really what's coming through, is there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of suffering around fear, anxiety, worries. I'm definitely picking up some stuff around control, you know, wanting to solve this and having anxiety around it, and it's kind of like you're really grasping for solutions in the material world, but it's time for you to kind of sink into this receiving spot for yourself so that you're able to come to terms with the problems that you may be facing. And so especially with the spiritual suffering, it's like suffering is kind of a choice in a lot of respects. So just keep that in mind. It looks like there's a lot of fear pictures coming up. So if there's any way for you to work through this and resolve, it's going to be done through getting in touch with divine source. Seeking out metaphysical solutions is going to be a really, really great option for you right now. So even if this situation is about a past relationship or, you know, an approaching situation or anything like that, it's just really great for you to seek out people who do spiritual work, seek out people who can help you. If you aren't as familiar with getting into the receiving frequency yourself, make sure that you're asking someone for help with that. Someone that you trust, someone that you feel safe around, all of that. Okay, so let's see what spread number 2. Surrender. Got a lot about giving up control showing up already. Abundance. And resistance. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that this is the problem to your lack of abundance and surrendering is the solution. As soon as you surrender and turn yourself over to the possibilities, it opens up the floodgates for abundance. So there's something that you're doing that's getting in your own way of achieving this type of abundance, whether that be financial abundance, abundance of relationships, abundance of opportunities. You know, there are no bounds to what abundance looks like for people, but I'm just letting you know that surrendering is the key item here. That's the medicine. Same as how the receiving frequency is the medicine to this situation. It's the same here, where surrendering yourself to all of that is going to help you. And then we'll get some context going as I pull other cards. But if you have never practiced anything to increase abundance, now would be a really great time. Again, seeking out metaphysical solutions right now, working with mantras, meditating, doing different meditations for abundance. If you took my manifestation workshop for money, then make sure that you're going through and doing all of those exercises again, because now is a really great time, because you'll resolve the resistance that you have internally by just doing some work on it. Okay, and spread number 3, we have family, your cosmic family, instincts. Man, I like the way these are turning out. And embrace. Okay, so embracing your instincts, obviously. And so if there's family stuff going on, or if family is the goal, because maybe you don't have a family, or what you call family. It's not just about the nuclear family picture. That's not what this is. It's about, do you have friends that are so close that you would consider them family? Or, you know, who is your family? And if you're building that, it's really about tapping into your instincts. It's kind of like you already know what the answer is, and you just need to take those action steps. That's the next level of this. So it's embracing your own intuition in order to get you to a place where you feel like you are accomplishing the things that you want in your family. On the flip side of that, if you are in a dysfunctional family, if you're in a really toxic, unhealthy family, which happens all the time, then what this is calling you to do is to really trust your gut. It's kind of like if you've been in that toxicity for so long, then your gut is probably developed enough for you to trust it. And so now is kind of the time for you to step into that, embrace that. And you've learned so much from it, it's not a waste, right? So you just have a lot of wisdom to share. You have a lot of things to bring to the table in terms of family. So make sure that you are honoring that within yourself. It's going to be interesting to see what else comes up. Okay. All right. So for spread number 1, the clarifiers, we have 2 of Cups. This is starting to look like a relationship issue. Death. And the Sun. Holy smokes. Okay. This really is about the internal transformation around how you view love. So whether or not you're coupled isn't really the point here. The spiritual suffering piece is around the relationships in the grand scheme of things. So Two of Cups is kind of like the lovers. It's, you know, co-creation, collaboration, really being in partnership. And so what's happening now is you are transforming that entire story. And that's why you're going through a lot of pain. You're shedding a lot of skin. Because think about this. The Two of Cups is sitting right underneath and in between spiritual suffering and fear. The sun is sitting at the top, right in this receiving frequency. It's like you have a lot to gain from this lesson. And then death calls for transformation. It calls for that death and rebirth. And so it's almost like, it's like this spread in itself is a chakra system. It's kind of like your crown where you're receiving information, and the lower you go in the chakra system, it's kind of like the more issues are coming up. So it really is this crazy cycle. I like these spreads a lot this week. But what this means is that you have to change something. There is something if you want to manifest partnership, if you want to make things better with your partner, if you want to have a healthier time with your spouse or whatever it is. Inside this little pocket of relationships, you need to transform something because there's suffering and fear that are all bubbling up. Okay, so that's what this week is all about, is doing work on this. And then as far as the sun goes, this looks like your ideal. So instead of it being a solution so much, it's about this is what you want to manifest. Maybe it is you sitting alone with a book. Is that what you want to manifest? Or is it something where it's just open communication with your partner, or any number of things? But the point is that the sun is, you know, that really bright, vibrant outcome. It just looks like you have things that are really blocking that, whether you're in partnership or not. This suffering, you need to figure out a way to transform that, and it's through metaphysical things. Okay, so for spread number 2, we have 7 of Coins, the Hermit, and Ace of Cups. Okay. This is great too, because if you're trying to manifest partnership and you picked this spread, because this is coming up too. In this deck, in the Paulina Cassidy deck that I have, this is the partnership card. Even though it's, you know, normally it's not. So this could be either you planting seeds, or see, the whole problem that I get with this, or not the problem, but the thing that's coming up is that connection is really important for you to achieve abundance if you picked this spread. So it's you're both being called to become introspective while also connect with others, because the Ace of Cups and the 7 of Cups in these decks are all about you coming together with another person, and that making things easier for you to attract the abundance that you want in whatever area of your life. So, what I would say is this, you finding this person, or because this could be a business partner, it could be a mentor, some type of relationship to get you to the really abundant place. The whole thing is that your vision doesn't look quite clear. You know, we have an eye reference here. We have the Hermit here. And I think that that's the message coming through, is get your vision together before you move forward. You won't be able to get the Ace of Cups, the new connection, the new relationship. It's like you need to come together with somebody, but you need the right person. So make sure that you are, you know, turning inward, figuring, whether you write it out or whatever your process is, You need to figure out, what do you want? What do you need? So that's the question that you can ask yourself this week to give yourself some clarity. Okay? So let's see what comes up for this spread. We have Temperance, beautiful, Judgment, and Knowledge. Wow. All major arcana. Cool. Okay. So, really, this is a huge, huge, huge root chakra week. This is like ultimate resolution, figuring out in your root chakra. So you've been gaining a lot of knowledge. You've been really, really figuring out what's right, what's wrong, evaluating what you want for yourself, your ethics, all of these things. And now with Temperance here, it just looks like you are in a place where you're able to be really level-headed and mindful about a lot of things, especially as it applies to family and what you want on a macro scale for your community. But what it looks like is that you're still in the process of consolidating a lot of these lessons. So it's still in the works. It doesn't look like it's been fully resolved. It just looks like you are in a place where you're more balanced. I love this card. It looks like you're in a place where you're more balanced, but there's still a long way to go. So as much as you've learned, as much as you've gained, as much as you can decide what's right, what's wrong, what's appropriate, what's inappropriate, there is still work to be done, and you still have to exercise your gut and your instincts. So make sure that you are doing that as much as possible, and that you're really in tune with yourself. That's the other thing, is you need to listen to yourself more than what other people are telling you to think, feel, do, whatever the case may be. So it is about being really strong within yourself, being really grounded, and the Judgment and Temperance also have to do with you being able to hear other people without personalizing it, without, really, without, jumping off of a platform just because someone else told you to. It's about you deciding for yourself and using your tools in order to navigate either toward your goal family or through your family structures. And this could also be from the past. So maybe you've moved on from your family and you don't have anything to do with them, but some of this baggage is now coming to the surface and you need to figure out what to do with it and how to navigate it. So it's a lot of figuring things out as you go along. And I don't know if you can see Maynard. So anyway, that's all I have for you this week. Sorry I haven't been doing dailies. I have been focusing. I have a big project going on in October, which I'm really excited to show everybody. And I've just been putting more energy into workshops and projects and other things, so I haven't been on every day. But I will get back into the swing of things and be consistent in some way, shape, or form once October hits. Then it's going to get a lot easier. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, if you want to sign up for my workshop, the Partnership Manifestation Workshop, I will post a link. If you're on Facebook, it's actually pinned to the top of my page. If you want to work with me, book a session, all of that good stuff. And everything, if you're watching the replay on YouTube, then you can go ahead and find all the links in the description. If you're born in September, sign up for my newsletter because your solar year reading comes out next Saturday. And I will see you all next time. Have a great week.